Hello, everyone. I'm a math teacher at North Broward Preparatory School. My name is Mr Aktan, and this is my first year teaching. I have a dog, I like to bike, and I like to swim. Why did I choose to be a math teacher? It's a good question. It's not that I was born and just had this fire inside of me to be a math teacher. It's more of just kind of something that I'm trying out, and I do have a passion for it. It's definitely fun and rewarding. One thing about math, the nice thing about math is there's every time there's one answer. There's a few ways to get to that answer, but there's one answer. With English or history, you can kind of weasel your way out of any situation. You can kind of talk your way out of any situation. With math or science, chemistry, physics, there's only one answer every time, and it's clean. That's what I like. What does math mean to me? Just like the previous question, it's kind of precise. It's the way to model the real world. Math is really, my background is in science, not so much math, but with math it allows you to, it's kind of like the tool that you use for science to describe the natural laws, the natural phenomena that you see around you. Why did I choose to work at North Broward? I mean, apart from the great students like yourself, Gary, I chose to work at North Broward because the community is so great. I know all my students' names, I know a lot of students' names, and they all know who I am. It's a great community where the teachers are good, the students are good, and everyone kind of thrives. I have a lot of memories from teaching, from teaching last year as well. I was here I was teaching pre-calc last year, and even this year, when my older dog had passed away, one of my students brought me in a cake that said, "Sorry about your dog," and it was kind of weird to have a cake for my dog dying, but at the same time, it was really sweet that like my students care about me and stuff like that. Why is math so important, and how do I think it's going to affect your lives? I think math tests how clever you are. It tests your wit and your control of numbers, really. Like I said with history and English, if you're smooth and if you're sociable, you can kind of work your way out of any question. You can kind of jumble your words and make it work. With math, it's really the precise tool to measure real life phenomena, and with science, obviously, I think math is the tool for science. So you need math in order to be able to do physics, or in order to do chemistry to describe the worldly phenomena. I think math is so important because it really tests, can you keep track of where you are in a question? It's critical thinking. It's really just how clever you are. That's how I like to think about it. Do I have any advice for students, and especially in the context of math? I think my advice to students would be, at least if I were in your shoes, this is the advice I'd want to hear. I'd want to say, push yourself especially in terms of math and science. America's falling so far behind in math and science because it's kind of the hard subject. It's really the more challenging, more difficult questions, or more difficult classes. So what's happening is a lot of our students are falling behind in math and science, which then prevents them from working in technology and these booming industries like biotech and genetics and all these cancer research and all this stuff. So America's really going to struggle in the next 50 years if we don't have our students push through the difficulty of math and science and basically become innovators. Because as much as you want to study business or history or journalism, it's really hard to innovate new technologies that are going to basically control the future of the world with those fields. You really need a focus on math and science. So I would tell my students, just keep striving for greatness in math. Keep testing yourself, and failures will come and go, but it's the successes that really pay off, especially in math. Even this year, when my older dog had passed away, one of my students brought me in. It's okay. So one of my dogs brought me in, or not one of my dogs. One of my students brought me in a cake that said, "Sorry about your dog,"